Hey everyone, it's Cassie, and today's video is on dating. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I was looking through some old photos, and truthfully, this video on dating is truthfully about being accepting towards trying to be strong, being accepting and being strong, because there can be times where people are against your relationship because of different backgrounds, or even if you're the same gender or something, or even both. Who gives a shit? And the reason I'm saying this is because you can be happy, and because of fear of what people will say, and so you end that relationship, you can regret it. You can regret it. So, and I just want to do two stories, two hopefully short stories on my history of people being scared of people being accepting towards my relationship, and I'm just gonna call him the guy from Seoul, so it's gonna be Seoul, Hong Kong, probably Hong Kong, maybe both, I'll say it. But the first one is the guy I dated from Seoul, and he was my boyfriend from last year. We were friends probably almost a year before we started dating. We dated maybe 4 to 6 months, and I'll admit it, I was really happy. Okay, actually it was probably 3 to 4 months, maybe 5, but I was really happy with him. But the idea of us dating long distance, because he was actually from Seoul, he was he's living there, he's been living there since I've known him. I feel stupid because I never met him in person. We just would video call and message each other. But during that time I was happy. I was really happy. Even how tired I was from staying up late video calling him, and I hope he kind of felt the same way about how we would call and message when it was late for him. And it was nice, you know, even with our own cultural backgrounds and the whole idea of what we know about each other was really hard. I was kind of scared with dating him because some of the things my brother had told me, because he was like, oh, a lot of Korean men, they are abusive towards the people they're dating and all this other la-di-da-da. So I grew scared. I'm not gonna deny, at first I was scared of that. Even though I knew him for a year, I was still like, what happens if that happens, you know, especially when with all this stuff that was happening. So I was scared to tell my family about him. So the only person in my family that really knew, that I know for sure knew, was my younger brother. I had told him, and I mean, he liked so he liked Soul a lot, and, you know, he liked the way that, from what he knew, I was treated. And from what we had heard about, you know, a lot of Koreans and everything, we were like, wow, you know, this is kind of weird. But we both had the idea of trying to better the world, better our countries. So it wasn't too hard. But the whole idea of long distance dating, especially when you're in different countries, it's really hard. And it's a test. But a lot of times things don't work out. And with that, you can still end up regretting things. I'll admit it, I regret breaking up with him. Even though we tried to be friends for a while, but he decided that it was hard for him to move past everything, past me breaking up with him, past our relationship, trying to move on with his life and not feel downright depressed. He decided that it was time for us to stop talking, and that was around the time I started dating Hong Kong. So maybe it was because of that, or maybe it was because of something else. Maybe he just finally got tired of my shit and decided to draw the line. But no matter what, I'll still smile and accept that. I know deep down inside I miss him. And now the story about Hong Kong. Now, me and Hong Kong, we dated 6 months before I broke up with him because I felt like there wasn't much of a spark between us. And there were some things about him that just truthfully annoyed the living shit out of me that I couldn't even, you know, we're a lot of relationships. You hear like, oh, you know, there's quirks that you don't like, but you still can move past it. I couldn't. You know, even though my boss, who's from China, you know, and everything, she was really excited for me. Maybe it was just because I found someone that I thought maybe I could have a long relationship with them. But I couldn't. Maybe it was just me. Trust issues or me just and everything, but I started feeling like I was apathetic towards him. I didn't feel really anything. So for once in a while, I'd feel annoyance. Annoyance when he would accuse me of cheating. When I told him when we started dating, there was no fucking way that I would ever cheat on someone. It's like if I want to sleep with someone else, you know, if I have that urge, I'm gonna either fight it or I'm just gonna be like, I can't be in this relationship with you. I'm not thinking of sleeping with you. I'm thinking of sleeping with that guy with that nice ass over there. There's a lot of shit we go through, and you know, he was doing that, and then he was out drinking with all of these slutty girls around him, and truthfully, guys who are obsessed with guns scare the living shit out of me. And that's partially because I have daddy issues. Paranoid schizophrenic who does whatever he wants. everyone believes him. But that's a completely different story, unrelated to this. So I was okay with the way people would look at us. I didn't care if I noticed someone looking at us because we were an odd pairing. I didn't give a shit. It's like, so what? It's a modern world. 21st century people. Accepting towards people of different backgrounds and same genders and everything being together without really giving a rat's ass about it. As long as the person's happy, they're not being abused, they're not being abused, they're not in any way, they're not, fighting, or they're just good at fighting and sex. Some people, that works for them. Other people, I say it shouldn't. And I just want people to be accepting towards stuff like this. Because maybe if people aren't going to be fucking accepting towards it, as long as you're happy with this person that's treating you right, go with it. So what, they're from a big different background, either if they're a different ethnicity, religion, even if you're from different classes, you're not a higher class rich person or middle class or low, kind of poor, and you want to be together. The only thing I'm against really is major age difference where someone could be someone else's father. Seriously. But I guess if both of you are happy, then who cares? As long as you're truthful with them. But sometimes there's a line that you draw of the truth. It's just a matter of trying to decide where that line is, what that line is. If that's just wrong, okay, what's above and below or side to left to right of that line? What's good, what's bad, what's in the fucking middle? There's stuff like that. And it's hard trying to decide that. There might be even people, if you're black dating a white person, and, there are people who are black against you dating them, and, there's people who are white against them dating you, or you dating them, whatever. If you are happy and you love that person with all your heart, and both of you are treating each other perfectly fine, you're not thinking, you're not cheating, you're being truthful, having a great relationship. Good. Keep that up. Let that relationship be. Be happy. That's the key of life, isn't it? The pursuit of happiness. That's what we look for. And that pursuit most of the time brings us to different people. It's just a matter of who's right for you. And sometimes you can feel like that you had let go of that person who would give you that complete happiness that you've been looking for. You can regret it, and if you're gonna regret it, I guess let yourself. Don't put the blame on someone else. It's their fault. No. Sometimes it might be. Sometimes it might be yours. But as long as we're strong, we're still finding that happiness. We're still being like, okay with dating someone from a different background, someone with the same gender. I'm okay with this person doing that. I'm okay with me doing that. Maybe we can try to lead our world to a better place. Even with us humans still being on this world. And this is just where I'm gonna end the video today before I start ranting. Be accepting, be happy, be kind, be caring. Have a happy, wonderful life. And don't stop at trying for that pursuit of happiness, no matter what life throws at you.